Hi Aries, so I'm Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot. I am in Carmel, Indiana. I am a Libra, Sun, Capricorn Rising, Sagittarius Moon, here to do your last 2 weeks of December. And normally what I do is pull out 4, 5, or 6, however many want to come out, but not that many. Way too many cards. But these, we're going to do this. So the win or lose card came up in the reverse position, which is a 5 card, which has to do with change. And the crown chakra came up. So the first thing that I feel like I'm getting is that you're going to make this, whatever you're working on, you're going to make this work out come hell or high water. Excuse me. And you have been trying to receive information through your crown chakra. You're feeling a little stuck, but it's opening. It's there. You've got everything that you need to have currently at your disposal. You're just, for some reason, I feel like you have a little doubt in your mind. Some doubt has crept up into your soul at the moment. And I feel like this has to do with probably some past life stuff, some self-worth issues. It's like most of the time you feel pretty confident and something has happened that's made you just kind of go, ah, man, why can't I make this happen? Why can't I manifest this? Choose your battles and clarity of belief. Choose your battles. Okay, so somebody in your life is trying to hang on to the old you. And you're trying to decide whether you want to fight about it or whether you just want to let it go. Somebody isn't wanting to let you go where you want to go. And clarity of belief, you are very clear about where you're going. And that's kind of why you're like, you know what? You're like, I don't even know I'm going to even like have a conversation with them at this point in time. I'm just going to do my thing and ignore them. I feel like that's kind of what's going on. It's like you're over people hassling you. Did I just say moving on? And you're like ready to move on. And there's the card that shows that. Sorry, I get excited when that happens. Okay, let's see. Let's do some numerology cards and see what the numerology cards. So, you are ready to move on to do something. And you've got some people trying to hold you back. I know the last video we were talking about the crabs in the barrel. And I feel like you're like, I'm not sticking around in this barrel. I am getting out of it come hell or high water. And you're not going to keep me here for nothing. First card that came up was physical activity. In the reverse position. So obviously you're not getting enough physical activity. So whatever you're working on, I feel like it is a lot of mental stuff and you're just, maybe you're inside all the time because you're trying to get where you're going and you're so focused on where you're going, you've kind of forgot that physical activity is good for just the mind, body, and soul. So just don't just stop with that. Love partnership. I don't know how that plays in here at this point in time, but we will keep going. My nose is plugged up today for some reason. I can't breathe very good. Spirituality. All right, that one's coming out. Karmic completion. And Spiritual partnership. Okay, let's think about this. What do we got here? Okay. Love, partnership, spirituality, karmic completion in reverse. Okay. So, one of the things that's holding you back from getting where you want to go is some sort of karmic debt that you had to pay. I feel like karmic debt to society that you had to pay isn't over yet. And until that comes to completion, you're not going to be able to move forward. So there is I feel like a soul contract, a contract of some sort that you set in motion before you even come down here has not played itself out yet. And until that happens, you are going to struggle to get yourself moved forward. So I think, okay, so what I am seeing is a barrel. And you know how they have those big metal bands around them? I feel like that karmic completion or that karmic thing is that band around the barrel. And as soon as you can get those bands off, you're the barrel or the wood, and you can get those bands off, those are going to fall apart, and then you're going to be able to go because you're contained at this point in time. Sorry, I have to use my hands when I talk. If I couldn't use my hands, I probably wouldn't be able to talk. So figure out what that band is, or that karmic soul contract. Could be with a person, could be with a thing, could be with a job, could be anything that needs to be fully completed and resolved, and then you can move on. Then you can get into your spiritual partnership. Then you can get into your love partnership. And there is a spiritual lesson that is being learned throughout this whole thing. Of course, everything is about learning lessons and stuff. The faster you learn them, the faster you move on. If you don't learn them, you keep doing them over and over and over again. Surely you figured that out by now. Okay. What else does the universe have to say about this situation, this karmic situation? Okay, so tell me what they can do to move through this karmic situation that needs to be completed so they can move forward. Soul level lessons. I feel like I'm hearing soul level lessons that need to be completed, and then the universe is going to go, okay, we're done. Now you can go. Wise leader. You are a beacon for others. So there are people watching you right now. They're watching to see how you handle this situation that you're in. Could be kids, they could be family members, could be people you work with. Whatever the case is, they are seeing that you have come up kind of, let's say, maybe a brick wall. You have come up to this wall, you are not able to move forward, and they are waiting to see how you are going to handle this so you can move forward. Choosing your path, all is possible. So perhaps you are going to break through the wall. Perhaps you're going to go around it. Whatever the case is, I feel like it's your decision, but I feel like there are people that are watching to see how you handle it. So don't think that you're not being watched by people, and perhaps being a good influence on people too at the same time. Faraway places, get ready for new horizons. I'm like, man, you are so close to where you want to go. So close. Rejuvenating rain, clear the past, heal the present. Okay, so again, that kind of goes along with the karmic completion, which it came out right about that card. Clear the past and heal the present. As soon as you get done with clearing the past, you're going to be able to move on because, like I said, it has something to do with some sort of soul contract, soul learning lesson that you set out or wrote out before you even came down here. I'm curious, how many of you guys believe in reincarnation? If you do, post that in the comments that you believe or you don't believe, or why you believe or why you don't believe or whatever. I'm just curious because you kind of have to believe in reincarnation and that you don't come down here and live once and then die and go back up and that's the end of it. If that's how you do believe, then this isn't going to make any sense to you. And I am curious. I am curious how many people believe in past lives, reincarnation, about coming down over and over and over again and learning lessons and being with the same people over and over again and having new lessons to learn and stuff like that. I am very curious because I do past life readings, so I obviously believe in that and can see how my past stuff has crept into this lifetime. So anyhow, I'm just curious. Stepping into your power, you are strong beyond measure. You wouldn't be here right now if you weren't strong beyond measure, because from what I understand, we are, the majority, there's a lot of us down here that are light workers. We came down here for a purpose. We have been through a lot of shit. And we are trying to get through that because there's going to come a point in time where we're going to have to help some of the other people who are not as, well, I don't want to use the word advanced, but maybe that is the right word, who aren't as awakened. There's going to come a time where we're going to have to help pull them over to the other side. So that's what I would like to know is how many of you believe you are a light worker? How many of you believe in reincarnation and past lives? How many people know what their purpose in life is, their path in life is? Because I feel like what's going on with you, Aries, right now is it's one of your learning lessons to get you from regular person to light worker status, if that makes any sense. Major karmic lessons being learned in the process here. So I don't know if that makes any sense or not. If it does, somebody please say something. Let's see. Healing. Whispers of healing. What does the universe have to say about this situation that you are currently in? Any words of advice that the universe has, your higher self has, your soul has, the people that you wrote the contract with before you came over here, what do they have to say? Any advice? Be strong, obviously. It's just a matter of time before it's over. Vibration. Keep your vibrations high. I think that goes along with being, like, going from regular person status to the elevated vibration status, the light worker status. We're all over here to help raise the vibrations of the planet. Or those of us light workers that know that are, who are trying to do their purpose in life, are here to raise the vibrations of the planet. So I'm hoping this makes sense and I'm not talking to people that are like, what? So feel free to speak up, and I do take constructive criticism. So if anybody has anything to say, I'll listen to it. I will, I promise. Guardian, your guardian angels are here to help. So keep in mind when you run into that brick wall and haven't been able to figure out how to get through it or around it or over it or whatever, ask them for help, because they are here to help you. They want you to succeed in getting your vibrations raised and getting to that full-blown light worker status. I mean, that is your job. That is your purpose. So if you need some help along the way, ask your people. Seek seclusion. Seek seclusion always comes up. I think that goes along with meditation. Don't listen to what everybody else has to say. Listen to yourself, but you kind of have to be in the quiet to do that. And learning. You're learning how to become your full self is what I'm hearing. Your full self? Full-blown self. I don't know. Anyway, that's kind of what's going on with you, Aries, right at the moment, is you are in the process of breaking out of the egg, becoming the butterfly, becoming full-blown light worker status, and it's a trying journey in the process. It can be very painful, and the faint of heart do not sign up for this. So when you're feeling down and out, remember you did this to yourself on purpose. I know nobody likes to hear that, but you did this to yourself on purpose for a very good reason, and don't ever lose sight of that. Which sometimes I think people do. They get off track sometimes. I mean, everybody does kind of forget what they came down here for. But this is, I guess this reading is a reminder of your trials and tribulations that you have been through has not been for nothing. There is a reason you've gone through this, because eventually, okay, so this is kind of what I'm seeing. It's like I'm seeing somebody who's, oh, what's the tug of war? Like the rope, the tug of war. And it's like, I feel like you're up on this mountain and the rope is down. So the light workers have made it up to the mountain, and you are pulling people up to the higher vibration with this rope. And the only way you can do that is if you're not physically fit, you would not be able to pull people up with that rope. So in a physical sense, you know, that's kind of what you're doing. Only you're doing it in a spiritual manner. You are spiritually strengthening your mind in order to pull people up to this next level, which is where everybody needs to go when the new earth shows up. So that's what a lot of this pain is that you have gone through, is pulling your mind up, or getting your mind in better shape to pull everybody up to the level that needs to be done. Please tell me if that makes sense. I know what I'm trying to say. I'm just not sure it's coming out right. Anyhow, I'm going to stop there before I dig myself into any other holes. And I will see you on the other side of 2018 into 2019 in January. Have a great last 2 weeks of December. Thanks. Bye.